Hey guys, I'm so happy to tell you that after 2 days and 2 nights without sleeping well and a lot of code cough, I finished this project and now I published the first version on NPM. I called it AliceDB because it's my daughter's name. Alice is my daughter's name, and uh, LCDB is a TCP or and HTTP memory database. So you just install the LCDB and start a server. I start a HTTP server or a TCP server and use the clients in React.js, Angular, Vue to use that to connect to the server. And I will show you how to implement this feature, how use the features using React.js. So first, I will start with the server. See, I will copy this part of this code here, and I will create a new file on my project called LCDB HTTP server.js db. So I need my glass. So after that, I will just copy and paste the code here. Before it starts, I will install LCDB from NPM. See, I already have it installed here. So after that, I will start the LCDB server. I will call node LCDB HTTP server. See, so fast. The server is running at 2706, the port. And let's go to the client. So I have a React app here, and I have this page, okay, and I will implement the code here. It's a lot of stuff here. So first, I will import the client here, LCDB client from LCDB, and on the component did mount, I will create a new variable here, const LCDB save new LCDB client, and then I will copy the code from npm. So I see, now I will connect that, copy and paste. So after connect the server, I will save it. I will return the database for you, and then I will save it on my state. See, I have a state db here, so I will call this dot set state, and I will pass the db here, and I will put the loading to false. So I didn't save yet. When I start, when the page loads, this after connect with database, this load will stop. Let's see, I save, the compilation is running here. Okay, let's see. See, now now I'm connected to LCDB server. So let's see here, I connected to LCDB, and when I type here, I'm saving this, I'm controlling this input, I'm saving this name for the next table. When I press this button, I will put the application to load again, and I will call LCDB to create a new table called user. So go to npm and copy create new table, and I will pass it inside my create table function. So see, first I put the loading to spinning, and then I will pass the code here, and I will implement. Who is my DB? My DB is this state.db. Table name is this dot state dot table name. So after that, I'm able to save the table. So this dot set state, easy peasy. So let's go. Let's save table. Okay. Then loading to false again. Plus loaded to false again. So let's see. We start here. I will clean up the console here. I will create a new table called user. See, now I received this message from the server called new table was created successfully. And then I'm able to create a new record. So in my record will be, I will save the name in the email here. So the name will be run neto, and the email will be xxx at xx See, now I will press this button. When I press this button, I put the application to load, to go to the database and return with the new data from the new record from the database. Let's implement that. First, let's copy and paste this code here. To add a new record on the table, it's so easy. Just call the table, add, and pass your object inside this function called add. And then you have the same object plus the user ID that I am creating on the server and return to you. So let's copy this function here. So see, my function create user, put the load into spinning again, and then I will pass the code here, right here. See, what I will do is I will call my state this dot state dot new user dot name, and this dot state dot new user dot email. I will save this new user here with the name with the email, and then when it be returned from the server, I will save the record on my users. So this dot set state. So here I have something different because my state of user, my variable, is an array. See, user is an array, and I will loop this array. So how I will save this new row on my array? It's easy. So first I will call ref state here, and then I will implement ref state dot users dot push my new user returned from the server, and ref state dot loading, I will put it to false, and then I will return the new state ref state. See, I am pushing the new user, I'm put the loading to false, and then I am returning the new state with the user in the load false. Let's see on the page. Table is not defined. Who is my table? Table is this dot state dot table, and then that's it. So let's try to create a database called user, but we have created a table called user already. Let's see what's happening. So table user already exists. So let's go to the catch. We need to implement the catch when we call the to create function to create table. See, create table, then catch. I need to put the loading to false here. I will just set in the load to false, and you will see what's happening on the screen again. See, user, try to create an existing table, user, and then the application return to alive, but I received this message, and I have one variable called error on my state. Let's see what's happening now. Reload the page, create an existing table, and then see, table already exists. So let's try table client. Let's create another table here, client. Now I'm using client table, and I will add a new record. So Duran, she's Sean. Let's see. And now I have my users from the database. Let's call Duran2. So you can create any user with the same name. It's up to you. See? 4 records, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 records here. See? And let's delete one record. So let's try to delete this one. See, I put the button to load. Let's try to delete this one, or delete this one, or this one. So you have the feedback on the screen. So let's implement this function here. First, go to NPM and copy the delete function here, and then go to my remove function. I am setting the load from the user to true. After that, I will call AliceDB to remove an UID. So my table here is this.states.table, my table here, and I need a UID. I need a UUID here, to just a UID to delete. Who is the UID? The UID is this guy here. This.states.users index.UID. See, state.users index UID, and then on the catch, let me copy the function here to set the loading, the error. When I try to create table, if I get some error, I will set up the message here, and if I got some message on try to remove, I will set up the error here. See, let's see what's happened now. So I cannot use table clienting anymore, but I have the function to delete table, delete whatever. So I will try to call I don't know. So my imagination is not so good right now after 2 days working hard. So let's create user 2, and the username will be 1. The email will be 1 at 1.com. See, now I have the user 1 here. Let's try 2. Let's try 3, 4, and let's try to remove the user 3. I need to put the load to false when I remove that. Then I will put the load into false here. So I will not use in state this way. I will use brev state, and I will set brev state dot users dot splice, because I will remove from my array. So I will splice the index 1. Then brev state dot loading will be false, and then I will return the brev state. So let's see what's happening now. Let's go. Create user 3 add 1 at 1.com, add 2, add 3, add 4, and now let's try to. I'm cleaning up the console here. Let's try to remove the number 3. See, number 1, let's try create another one, 5, 1, and let's remove the 5. Let's remove the 1, and I think that's it. So if you wanna try TCP server, I am creating the documentation, and I will update the library, and I will create another video. So if you like this content, just subscribe my channel. I have a lot of ideas and new contents coming up, and give me a like. Okay, so that's so important. And that's it. Let's go to the next implementation. Next implementation, I will create a TCP connection and connect the database between 2 servers. Okay, that's it.